Sagittarians, you have surrendered somebody and somebody's losing their mother-loving mind about it, and that's cool. That's cool with you, okay? The name of this reading should be We Are the Philosophers, okay? You got 5 different philosophers that I'm picking up on with 5 different eccentricities, and they all Sagittarius. Guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have another intuitive message for you today. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Pray. Our Rab, forgive our sins and excesses, establish our feet firmly, and give us victory over the unbelievers. It's time to make Hajj for somebody. Somebody is preparing to make Hajj, but I feel like with my premonition in my dream, I got a page that fell out of my Quran, the one that I study from, and it's from Surah Al-Baqarah. Now, the first 25 ayats are my favorite ayats, and that's what this is. It's like from ayat number 14 through 28. So I saw that already. 14 through 28. These 2 cards stuck out to me too. 14 through 28. So that's connect with your ancestors and intuition. Someone that's God telling you, you know, the ancestors would be the Sahabas. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all his companions and messengers. The first generation of Islam is what this tells me. Okay, that's what I want to cry right now. It's time to surrender. This card, I took this card back out the box, and here's the deck for it. And then this one was left in the box, and it says surrender. Surrender, and it's gratitude. And then you have guardian angel, and then you have balance. And then behind that is ancestors and purity. That's like giving me ablution vibes and wisdom. So you wash your face, you wash your hands, or take a ritual bath, like a ghusl, and you pray. You go introvert. So what that tells me is to recalibrate your strength, and it also preserves your beauty too. Inner wisdom. You tell the truth. You speak the truth. Recitation of Quran, but you also have the truth in the other holy books as well. Even with the Bible being tampered with, some of the ayats and the verses in the Holy Bible are still truthful. So this next card is going to tell you about my dream. Okay. So in my dream, I got somebody is first of all is black. You're laying down crying because you're praying. You're crying because you're praying to God. You're praying for someone. You're praying for someone. Got it. This is someone you love wholeheartedly and very dearly. You don't want to see anything happen to this person. You don't want to see this person hurt. Now, this is giving me the vibes of a spouse. This is somebody you were married to or previously married to or on the brink of divorce or feel like you have to divorce. This is the next phase of your journey. This is somebody who's stuck in there and fought tooth and nail. I see 8 to 10 years. They fought tooth and nail to keep their marriage strong. But to be honest, it felt very unrequited, okay? Because in this deck is the Tower is on the bottom after shuffling. And there's some cards it's a storyline that follow that too with the 5 of Wands. Okay? Conflict, arguing, fighting, jealousy. This is somebody's spouse who, you know, in the Quran it says marry 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear you can't be just, then you just marry the one. Oftentimes in some, we as people experience a high turnover rate of divorce because these are men who are in that 24/7 war, and they're trying to do the best that they can to curb their desires. So they keep getting married and divorced because it's sex-based. But that's permissible too. If you just want to marry to protect yourself from sin, from zina and all that kind of stuff. I'm contemplating. I'm reiterating this dream. This dream is teaching me a lot about the unbelievers versus the disbelievers. And you're coming to terms with someone's husband kind of fell off their faith. They have very low imam. Okay. And that's the point of you crying and praying and just praying. Like, this person I want the best for this person. It's not just about this person being my spouse, whether it be man or woman. Sag, but this is somebody I care about. Like, I want to see you do well. And y'all been growing up together for 8 to 10 years. And if you're not Muslim, you don't have to be. This could resonate in your sect of religion. But this is somebody who has put up a really good fight, but it's been unrequited. Why? Because your partner has been stubborn. Why have they been stubborn? Because they didn't want to let go of what traumatized them in their previous marriage. Because the way you are emotionally connected to your person was emotionally connected to their previous spouse before you. Or your long-term partner. Even if you're not married, that's okay. And you kind of came in on the brink of this person still being married. This person was still married to their person. I think this person may still be married to their person, but it put a damper on your connection with your person. And it lowered your faith. It lowered your faith so bad that you're crying and praying. It's like God is uplifting you in a way where I'm going to remove you from this person because this person is more codependent. They're being stubborn. They're being inflexible. They're being a miser. They're not trying to not be a victim. So because they've been given chance, they've been given you had enough time. You know, it's like the surah number 28, ayat number 24. That's what Moses said when he was out. He had to flee the town and he was stuck in the desert. He had no food, no drink. He was very dirty. He didn't have time to pack anything. He just had to leave because they were coming after him. He said, I am in need of whatever good that you may bring down for me. I need it. And that's when he helped the two girls that had the father. The father had a business. He helped the two girls with the water or something like that. And he had a job. And he even married one of the sisters. And the father, he worked for the father for over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. That's this kind of situation for you, Sag. This is you being uplifted out of a very tight situation. This is God telling you, I heard father. Now, some people look at God as father, so take it how it resonates. But I hear somebody's father figure or father is like, are you finished? Because they've been watching you struggle through this for a long time. It's like, are you finished? Because now this father's ready to offer like pearls of wisdom. I'm ready to help you. It's like, it wasn't that the father was just standing by watching you go, like just allowing it. It's just you weren't ready to receive what he was trying to help you with. You weren't ready to listen. Okay? So what you thought the spouse was kindred spirit-wise, you're about to start traveling. That's why I said it's time for somebody to go make Hajj. It's time to go on that pilgrimage. It's time to go on that spiritual journey. Or the next phase of it. It's your time. Okay? So it's time to start making the preparations for it. So if it's not to Father, it was God telling you, are you done? You prayed for this person, now get up. Now, on the more comical side of the dream, where I was kind of laughing through the whole dream, was the song by Question Mark and Mysterians, 96 Tears. I'm going to link that song to this reading, so you know what I'm talking about. Because the song is playing while you, Sagittarian, you're about to go meet 4 other Sagittarians. There's going to be 5 of y'all all together. They are your kindred spirits. Okay? You're about to experience freedom. Because the freedom that comes with healing. Okay? You're about to step out in nature and go hang with kindred spirits. Now, through your travels, you know how there's people who backpack through Europe. You get on a plane to go catch a boat, to go catch a train, to get in a cab, to go catch a bus, to drive. Like, it's a whole adventure that goes with that, what people do when they travel in general. And that's kind of how you meet the other Sagittarians. Dig. So we got this with the intuition, with the connect with your stars. I mean, not to connect with your stars, connect with your ancestors. This is for people who are taking that spiritual trip to the Middle East. To connect with your ancestors. Your ancestors is your deen, is Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him, and the Sahabas. Okay? That's for those who practice Islam. It will resonate similarly, but a little different for people who have the other sects of religion. You may need to go to Jerusalem for something. You may be led to go to another part of Africa. Okay? But that's what it is. 2 seconds, Sage.
Mom.
Yes, sir.
I'm hungry.
You just ate.
I want
Okay, I'll make it. So you got this premonition, again with the soaking of the bath, taking a spiritual bath or whatnot. This is just you picking yourself up. Now you're ready to receive. So whether it's your father or the Most High, we'll just say the Most High, or a parental figure. You're picking yourself up now. They're ready. You're ready to receive what they want to do. Okay? You're preparing. Write a gratitude list. Create art. This is a healing journey for you. Okay? Use your hands. There's a lot of stuff you weaned off of. You stopped connecting with God, so He stopped you from connecting with yourself to be able to connect with other people. You've been in a toxic cycle. Okay? Make sure you pray. This doesn't have to be an altar for everybody. This could be your prayer rug for people. Okay? You're doing all these extra things, and it's not fulfilling you the way you're being led to. Why? Because you have not forgiven your past. You have not forgiven this person. You have not connected and went and peeled back the layers with flow like water. That's like going in depth. Okay? You haven't let go of the past. Because the 24 can break down to a 6. So this is like a 6 of cups energy. Reminiscence. You haven't left. You have not forgiven. You've been holding honestly, you've been holding somebody prisoner too. Because you've been angry with them because of what they put you through. But you will take a nap. You've been sleeping quite a bit. You have not taken your detox tea. I tell you that. Drink K or tea or something like that to de-bloat yourself. You've been holding on to grudges, and it's showing up through somatic psychic senses. Your stomach is bloated, or you've been bloated. It's because you're harboring too much nonsense. You got to drink your detox tea. You haven't been doing that. Okay? So now you taking this spiritual journey is going to cleanse you like no other. Like none of these things are working. Okay? You got to look at the stars and sing to the moon and spend time with friends. These are going to be your new friends. Okay? Sync with the moon. Emotions. Sync with your intuition, your emotions. What's hidden? Address it. Look to the stars. This is optimism, like the Aquarius. And energy work. Clear it out. That's the point of that. Take a walk. Look inside yourself. That's like go inside yourself. Stop being friends with everybody else and go inside yourself. There are going to be 4 other Sagittarians that are on the same wave as you. Same wave as you. But then my son, he brought these bracelets that says Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6. And when I looked at it, it's about trusting in God with your understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. I mean, he will. Some of you have been confused as to who God is. Some people have never been really spiritual like that before. So they don't even know who God is. This is God coming to you like, are you ready? Because even the messenger Muhammad, they knew he was special, but he didn't realize who he was. He used to sleep under a particular tree where only messengers, former messengers and prophets slept under this particular tree. That's how they knew he was special. But it wasn't until he turned 40. He married Khadijah, he was 25. And when he turned, she was 40 and he was 25. So that could resonate with somebody. You could be an age gap between you and your spouse. If that resonates, it doesn't have to. But when he turned 40, that's when God sent Gabriel or Jibril, it's how you say it in Arabic. He came to him and he said, Ikra. He said, read. He was so scared. He pushed his chest like, read. He's like, I don't know how to read. And he pushed his chest. He said, read. Ikra, Fisabilillah. Read in the name of Allah. Read in the name of God. He was so terrified. He ran home to his wife, Khadijah. He said, cover me with a blanket. He was terrified. You dig what I'm saying? This could be somebody's experience, their introduction to who God is. That's why I kept hearing, it's time for you to go on your journey. It's time for you to go make Hajj. It's time for you to go on that spiritual journey. And in that journey, you're going to find other people who are going through the same thing as you. And they're all Sagittarians. They're freeing themselves from some type of oppressive situation. But you have to surrender to be able to receive it. And I told you with the gratitude and the guardian angel, you need balance. You need healing. Okay? Connect with your ancestors. Study your history. Do it. Follow the messenger sunnah. Like follow the sunnah in legal ways. That was his way of serving God, and how his etiquettes, his character. His character was the holy book, the Holy Quran. Okay. And now you take that how it resonates. Purity. Your family, the people, the environment that you grew up in, they could have always known you to be somebody who's real pure, somebody who's angelic. And now you're about to learn why. You're about to study your history. You're introverted. So this is somebody who I'm talking to. You're in solitude. That's seeking inner wisdom. And that's how you're coming to these conclusions. And your strength. You're learning your strength. Your strength is the Most High. Now, these are my postcard deck. What does that mean? It just means you're traveling around the world and you're seeking all these knowledge. You're getting more in touch with who God is, to connect with yourself, to know how to connect with people. It's a process with the kindred spirits. All right. Now, with this deck, you got the Tower. It's like the example I just told you when Jibril came to Muhammad and was like, read, pushed his chest and like, read in the name of Allah. Ace of Swords. Ace is a helping hand of God. That's mental clarity. You put that with the Tower, okay? And you got King of Cups underneath that, and the Two of Swords. The King of Cups is somebody who's emotionally intelligent, somebody who's just. And this was my kings and queens are mature people, or at least you're mature in energy. I mean, you're mature in nature if your age group is not 40 and above. Okay? King of Cups is somebody who's mature enough. So that's somebody who's 40 and above. If not, you embody that mature energy. Clarity is going to stop that indecisiveness, that confusion, that doubt that keeps creeping in. You know, with the third party is always the devil. The Five of Swords is the bully card. Okay? There's been an ego death. And it happens fast. It happened really fast. And that's a big yes. Yes, it has been. Eight of Wands is like your words, the recitation of the holy books is clarifying a lot with the Ace of Cups. I offer you common sense, truth, and wisdom. This is my mercy. Don't forget my favors I bestow upon you with the Ace of Cups. Okay? No more conflict. Now dig. The Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands is right behind each other in this deck. The Five of Wands and the Ace of Cups is right next to each other in this deck too. I saw that and it kind of blew my mind. So this is somebody, if you're coming out of a situation where there's conflict in your family or conflict in your spousal support, it's conflict because you're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Your spirit is here, their spirit is there. You're not spiritually connected. It's not enough to hold y'all together. So it's like the devil and God don't exist in the same space at the same time. So there's conflict all the time. This is God pushing you. Once you surrender, he moved you out of that situation as a mercy so you can start fresh. This is an opportunity to start fresh. At least build your friendship with him, and your love with him is going to trickle down to that love and friendship within yourself so you can learn how to love others or allow people in who will love you correctly. If I'm not saying that, like you got talent, like you're led to do something real interesting with the Magician card and the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups is right behind it. So this is somebody who not only received a lot of unconditional love and nurture and support. It's like they knew your talent, they knew you were special, but they wanted to keep it for themselves. This is somebody who was practicing a lot of like malicious intent towards you if you're a woman, but you can very easily be a man too. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's deeply spiritual. The Queen of Cups is somebody who's loving and nurturing. So this is you who know that you know there is a God, or maybe you know that you're loving. These are just your natural character, your nature. The nature card was here too. And again, I just pulled the cards up and there's the dream card. So now this is somebody reflecting on a dream that they had. Okay? This is somebody who's reflected, I had a dream. Like Martin Luther King, like nature. That's your true nature. To show up for people. Is that you give your whole self to people. When you love, you love. And that's always how you've always treated people. And now you're going to meet like-spirited people like you. Nobody's going to take advantage of you anymore. It's like you're under the protection of the Most High now. So it really cuts out a lot of people who are not deserving of you, so they don't belong with you. They have to catch up to you, to have you, to experience life with you. And that's enough to make anybody cry or feel upset or feel sad or feel conflict, okay? Like I said, the Five of Wands, that was jealousy. Someone was jealous of your true spirit. That was not your kindred spirit. That was an open enemy. But you love so much, you didn't see that person as an enemy. You just wanted to help them. But and it don't change the fact that they were speaking from a hurt space. It just, they're not where you are. No matter what they do to stay in your grace, God sees everything. And he has a way of pushing people out. This Three of Pentacles is collaboration, but it's also you mastering, working on yourself. Okay? So you got an opportunity. It's right behind the Ace of Cups. This is somebody who's working on their health, emotional health, mental health, spiritual health. You're just revamping yourself because you were depleted. With the Five of Pentacles, you were empty inside. Like they took everything from you. And that really speaks from a love, your heart space and your spirit. Wands and water, like fire and water, is people who operate from their heart. Those are passionate people. Okay? And this Emperor, this Five of Pentacles, this Emperor is behind this person feeling left out in the cold. They deplete you and then they discard you like you're nothing. That was somebody who was trying to play God in your life. So the Emperor in reverse would be the Hermit. But instead of them checking themselves, you picked yourself up. This is you crying. And it was dark in the dream, just like this card. It was dark. Okay? You see that? That's a doorway. If you look at the illustration, it's like, are you finished? That's God asking you, are you finished? Yeah. You pick yourself up. Now walk through that door. Surrender. Hence, Ikra, which means read. Read in the name of God. So somebody's now connecting with the Holy Book or any Holy Book you resonate with. Okay, I grew up this particular religion. I could be led to another Holy Book. But your intuition is telling you that's God. That's God speaks to you through your intuition. When it's not manipulation or somebody trying to play God in your life, people like to nickname it magic, and that is a thing. But the difference is the way I like to articulate it is there's people who serve God and then there's people who like to play God. This was somebody who liked to play God and now you're led to serve God. So you're no longer manipulated because the Magician was under this card too. I'm using a different deck to clarify once I explain all this. The Magician was right underneath the Five of Wands, and it's right in between this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Cups. This is the same person. This is somebody who loves, who's passionate. When they love wholeheartedly, and they're very patient. With the Three of Wands, because you were patient, which is also a gift from God. You can't get anything done without no patience. It slows everything down. And now the Four of Wands is stability. You're reaching a point of stability, and you're able to celebrate. You're able to say thank you, I guess, in so many ways. This bird's like your spirit has been restored, but when you started out, you were strong. And you're still going to be strong, needless to say. Somebody was stingy-hearted. They wanted you to do things their way with the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. That's the stingy energy, and the Page of Pentacles is embarking on a new journey. Like the way they spoke to you, if you put that together, that's 5. It always benefited them, but left nothing for you. But you took a different route. Something snapped in you and woke you up. That was the Most High with the Two of Wands. And that common sense with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is like, that's common sense. That's quick. Change your mind, change your life. Get out of that cycle with the World card. The universe. That's the Most High. My major arcanas, I can interpret them as the Most High too. So when you saw the Emperor, that was somebody trying to play God. That wasn't God. That wasn't somebody who was God serving. We don't take no shit on this channel. Okay, let's move all this stuff out the way. So now that you're in the midst of traveling, get to that part. Now going to that song, I just kept laughing in the dream because that song was playing. When I do the link, make sure y'all listen to that song. You're gonna understand why I was laughing. You're just traveling and you meeting all these people with the kindred spirits. Dig. Let's put all this back. I don't need these decks no more. You're getting your sexy back, is what I heard. Somebody, do not cry over nobody, no counterpart no more. It was just, I knew the love I deserved. I was just practicing it in the wrong, not the most accurate. I was putting the cart before the horse. This is somebody getting honest with themselves. Now that they have that mental clarity, like I realized where I could have done things differently. And it's no judgment. Because we all go through stuff. We all go through the same trials in life. See, I love when she comes out. Creatrix. And what's on the bottom? You are the light, but that came out in reverse. I never read these cards in reverse. When darkness surrounds you, be the light. It does give me shitty energy. Someone was shitty towards you. It's alright. Blame it on my gypsy soul. And you are stronger than you. You're definitely stronger than you think. I like how every card here is red and green. So that's balanced energy. They play well on the color wheel. Okay? The red and the green. That's vibrant. The green is heart space. Again, with the heart, like the green is Leo. Money, heart space. Green is the heart chakra, right? And the red is the root chakra. So you're healing. You're doing your energy work. And that's also, red is also passion. Red is also wands. Green is also earth. Green can also be grounding energy. You're grounding yourself in your newfound passion. And you're creative about it. So let's shuffle for Sagittarius. 3 of Cups. Networking with the right people. Yes, we are. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. Let's pull it back up. Look, you're learning now it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than to be absolutely boring. So somebody's trying to clown you for your newfound success. Well, they're going to try to, but nobody said you have to go back home. So this is somebody who left home. You can't return back home because they won't understand that. They see the new you as like, what is that? What are you doing? This person is crying out for help when you're really not. You're authentic. You're true to yourself. You actually have the mental clarity and the mental space. You freeing it up. It's like you remove all the toxins of other people's neuroses, and now you're doing you. This is like a sunken ship has been restored. Something like that. I see the Queen of Cups trying to peek out. There you go. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. King of Swords. These are the divorcees of the deck. But this is also somebody matching your mental wits, your intellect. Now that this is a kindred spirit in this deck. In this reading, in this energy, the King and Queen of Swords is somebody who's intellectually compatible with you. So now you know where the 5 of Wands, behind that Ace of Cups, like why were people or somebody was trying to manipulate you so bad? They were definitely jealous of you. They didn't want you to know your true power because they didn't want you to propel past them or move past them. Okay, and then you got the Wheel of Fortune. Now the wheel is different. The wheels are turning. You're very sufficient. You went from the 3 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles as independent. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet, both mentally, emotionally, physically. Like you are stronger than you think. The Page of Cups is healing. You started from the beginning. You took baby steps, is how I feel with that. And the 10 Pentacles is end all be all, but it's right next to a King of Swords. So while you're 9 Pentacles by yourself, you're going to meet your soul tribe or meet somebody in your soul tribe, or while you're with your soul tribe, the other 4 Sagittarians that are doing the same thing, you're all working well together. Okay, this is where you meet your counterpart. Don't worry about who don't like it because you're not home to know who doesn't like it. That's not your home no more, whether it be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You moved away. It's time to make Hajj, or how it resonates with each unique individual. Hold on, Sag. Here, it's right here.
I want some grits.
Of course you do. We want to eat some together.
I want my own grits.
I can ain't have none with you?
No.
Well, fine. Okay, Sag.
No.
Blame it on my gypsy soul. Nobody is meant to understand. You don't have to be understood by anybody. That's first of all. Okay? It's like you're encouraged to say yes to new opportunities, adventures, ideas, and connections. And especially the ones, Sag, that fill your heart with a sense of excitement. You know what I mean? So when we initially saw that Two of Swords, it's like the things you may come up with, the ideas you may come up with, the type of adventurous trips you may come up with, you know, those are like, you'll come up with a great idea, and that'll be like, that gives your heart that sense of excitement, and then your mind starts to dwell in doubts and concerns trying to talk you out of something before you even give it a chance. You're not doing that anymore, okay? You're embarking on a different space, like especially with this Page of Cups. It's like, I always wanted to take musical lessons. Take them, because it fills your heart with a sense of excitement with the Page of Cups. Do it. And you get 10 Pentacles out of it. Like everything that I just showed you from the self-love deck with the using your hands, creating art, like everybody's vices are different, but you might have like 10 different vices with the 10 Pentacles, and they all, if you give them a chance instead of talking yourself out of them, shit. That's your free spirit. That's what's going to make you happy. That's what you should be focusing on. You should only do what makes you happy. You can handle the unfamiliar better than most, Sag. But once you get your bearings, you know, you'll find a way to thrive. You know, you're going to start making money. You can very easily start making money off of all your different talents. Building a social media platform, or just building a workspace, or going to a workspace in a city somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see this as somebody who's doing the due diligence to go to like a city hall. Like if you're in a new city somewhere, you go to the city hall to find out what permits you need to get to rent a space to establish a business for yourself, or establish a space where you can perform what your talents really are, and you could tutor and teach other people, like do like yoga classes, for example, like stuff like that. Like you want to establish yourself right where the tourist people are, like right where people come in. Like you could be in a big city where people come in as a tourist attraction, and they see your business and they go get salsa lessons or massage technique, anything, whatever the vice is. Like, let me go through these cards again, because all the different stuff you were doing, spending time with friends, energy, work, these is all like everything you just went through is going to help you connect with other people who work with you, or just come to you for business, or just know you on a personal level, or want to feel like they've known you forever, like kindred spirits. Okay, you are helping some people take this walk into themselves. You're going to have better sleep patterns. This could be yoga, you know, follow your intuition. So what is it? Write a gratitude list, create art. Like you have many different vices. Use your hands. Make an altar. You know what I'm saying? Singing lessons. You're teaching people how to heal, how to move past blockages. You know, de-bloat yourself. Holistic and nutrition. Tap into your emotions. Let's peel back the layers. This all stemmed from childhood. Like you're gonna help people stop holding grudges. The holding grudges leads to bloating. You have to detox. You know, they all build all the toxic shit and old habits, bad habits, because we were in survival mode, you know, with movement. You know, you could have dance classes and stuff, and people could pay $50 for an hour dance class, or a 45-minute dance class. Like that's the shit. When you out on vacation, you'll do anything. People will do anything. Don't try anything, because they on vacation. The stuff they don't normally do in everyday life. Not realizing the spiritual connection that they're gonna get from you. They're gonna go back home and tell all their friends, like, yeah, when I was on vacation, I visited this space in California, or I visited this space in Florida, or this space over here, or this island over here. But they have an online platform where you can pay for the classes and you can continue it at home. People are going to connect with you. They're going to feel like you're their friend, even if they've only known you through business. And they're going to tell other people to do it too, because that's your purpose. That's your healing abilities coming through energy work. That's from you. Yeah, the green is the heart chakra, and the red is the root chakra. Heal it. Let go of the grudges. Watch how many pounds you lose. That's for somebody. Let go of the grudges. Watch how you are able to connect with people. You're separating yourself or isolating yourself from people is not always healthy neither. But I can understand when you do it with a purpose, that's healthy boundaries. I need to work on myself. I need to excuse myself from this dinner party until further notice. I'll get back with you when I feel better. Your real friends are going to understand that, and they're still going to be there. They're still going to be your friend when you're done. Okay? There's a wanderlust in your soul. That heart quest for new worlds and amazing experiences. Like, you're supposed to feel like that. You have a gypsy soul, okay? And it's nothing to be frowned upon. Like, you probably come from people who are narrow-minded. You probably come from a space where people who don't do a lot of shadow work. They don't like to connect. They don't like to connect with people. They don't like to connect with God. Like, on a surface level, it's like, yeah, I'll go to church on Sunday, or I'll go to the synagogue on Saturday, or the mass on Friday. But every other day of the week, I don't pray like that. I don't connect with my family like that. I just isolate myself. I don't want to connect with nobody. And you're different. Like, you can experience a feeling of being completely reborn, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what I feel like a lot of this is. And that you could be a man or a woman. I don't discriminate. You know, everybody has to find their way. And it's not about forgetting the past, but it's the reality that the past never had a hold on you. You're given a spiritual blessing from deep within your heart. You know, you cast off anything and everything without exception. You know, from the past didn't bring you peace. So you don't need to hold on to that. You can let that go. That didn't do anything. That wasn't conducive for your mental health, your emotional health, or your physical well-being. You're probably overweight or underweight because you're stressed. Now there's a brand new you, like a clean, fresh, and ready to start again with a different perspective on life. And you have the Most High with you now, so He restored your beauty. We saw that with these cards, with my postcards. You have beauty in there. Where are you? I probably sound like I have the raps, but this dream was so important to me. It's like I had to take that break on purpose. I was led to sit down, to take that break, because I'll sit here and talk to y'all all day, every day. You know, beauty. Your beauty is restored because you surrender. So now people want to act like you doing something silly with yourself. It's like you're here to march to your own beat. You could be happy and free, whether the world looks at you with awe. You're going to have people with admiration. You're going to have people in confusion or love. But all of these, you can have it all at once. Others could love you even if they can't really understand you. But being different doesn't mean you have to be by yourself. That's why you're going to meet all these different people from traveling, like the example I told you earlier. You know, you get on a boat to get on a plane. You get off the plane to get on a train. You get on a boat to get in the car. You dig what I'm saying? Like you're just traveling. You know, your spiritual journey. Like it's just you're walking on blind faith. You don't know what's going to happen next, but it's no scariness about it. You don't have doubt about it. You're just going with the flow. Normal is not you, and you shouldn't be afraid of that. Deep down, you're the good kind of crazy because you're your own unique individual. You would never be happy trying to be the same like everybody else. We tried that. For the past 8 to 10 years, you either been doing your healing from coming from that the past 8 to 10 years, or you spent the last 8 to 10 years struggling through that, and now you want out. Now you're being led out. Now God is ushering you out. You have that inner sense of justice, and it's like a need to question authority when it doesn't earn your respect. Now you're not afraid to challenge people. What does that mean? You're not afraid to challenge what's not common sense to you with that Knight of Swords. You know, this may make some people feel real uncomfortable because they're a conformant. It's like, do as I say or else. They still have that slave mentality. It's like, you're either going to do what I say or get your ass whipped kind of thing. And a lot of you, those of you who are parents, you're not doing that shit. With the King and Queen of Swords here, even though that's the divorcees, it could have been the way you were raised could have led to divorce because those issues weren't healed enough when y'all were together. And now you got this love child, this spiritual child binding y'all together, and the spiritual child is kind of leading you to realize that, listen, this Queen of Swords came with 9 pentacles, this King of Swords came with 10 pentacles, and it wasn't enough tangible stuff to hold y'all together when y'all were spiritually disconnected. And now you got this child holding y'all together, and this child is teaching y'all emotion. So if you're a person who's mature, like 40, late 30s, early 40s, or 40 and above, you come from an era where our parents didn't wear their emotions on their sleeve. Your parents typically were like more militant, more logical, making head over heart decisions. I'm gonna do what's right for the family. I don't have time to feel. Now that you have children, your children are operating from a totally different space. It's like you kind of question, like, where did these children come from? Like, they're so different from us. And then you're trying to reiterate how you were, so much of how you were raised. You're doing the best that you can with taking the toxic out of it and taking the lesson out of it, because it's still a lesson in making logical logical decisions over heart, as opposed to making heart decisions over head decisions. So now you're learning from your children just as much as your children are learning from you. And you're learning to warm up to that. So it's like you and the mother and the father, this king and queen of swords, in this scenario with this baby in the midst, in between her 9 pentacles, his 10 pentacles. You dig? The wheel of fortune. You realize the real fortune is what this child is teaching you. This child, you're healing through the welfare of this child. What this child is actually teaching you kind of more than what you're teaching them, because what this child is coming to the table with is you didn't have that growing up, and now you have this child that operates from an emotional space. You gotta throw those tools out. It's like it's more toxic shit than I realized, because that was my environmental attitude. You dig what I'm saying? So this is for people who keep an open mind. You may not move around or travel around a lot, but you're keeping an open mind now, paying attention to how your children operate. It's like I could do things a little bit different. And the irony of it all is you're absolutely right, child, because this was all the stuff I wish I had growing up. And now that I have you, it's like a reminder benefits a believer kind of thing. Now you are the light. When I see that in reverse, it's like somebody tried to really like put your light out. Sometimes people manipulate the children to control you too. You don't want to do that. With the wheel of fortune, you don't want to do that. Like you're going through a spiritual initiation. And sometimes you can deny that spiritual initiation because you don't want to give up on your family dynamic. Because this was always your ideal way of success. With the 9 and 10 pentacles, it's like I grew up this way, or I may have grew up in poverty, and my family may have had food stamps. But some of y'all, you may remember back in the day, the food stamps didn't come on a card. They came on the little booklets. You had your $1 bills, your $2 bills, 5, 10, 20, 50. And they were all different colors, but they were booklets like this thick, a booklet of $1 bills. So if you're a family who qualify, if you're a family of 4 or 5 kids, you could qualify for like $1,100 worth of food stamps or not, I don't know, $900 worth of food stamps, give or take, because it's a lot. It seems like a lot. You know what I'm saying? But if you had those booklets, you had a lot of those booklets. It seemed like you had a lot of fucking money. You dig what I'm saying? But they were food stamps. They didn't come in a card. They didn't start doing it in a card until like the early 90s, the late 80s, early 90s. So if you're that age group, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I missed my point. Okay, so you are in this family dynamic, and it look while on the surface, while you tangibly may look like you have it all together, this was the factor. You still have to cater to that inner child, that inner child is like screaming for your attention with the Page of Cups. And now it's like when you see you are the light, you dig? When you see this card, it's like you're the light. When darkness around you, be the light. You don't know how to do that if that was always your environmental attitude. It's like I'm talking. I know I want different, but I don't know how to establish different. I need to surround myself with people who have already done that. It's like I don't want to work for somebody making $50,000 a year. I want to be an entrepreneur and be in control of all the income that's coming my way. I don't have to pay this person and this person and this person, you know, to do things for me, that I can learn the skills myself and make a booming business myself. Isn't that how America's built up? You dig what I'm saying? But that also differentiates the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. The Democratic Party, truthfully, a lot of us are there by way of, that's what my forefathers always been. They've always been a Democrat. But the Democratic Party is about keeping the people, feeding the people enough to keep them hook, line, and sinker, but with a cap off. What does that mean? So if you're a person who has a Section 8 voucher or used to have a Section 8 voucher, you realize you may have your bills paid, but you can only make so much money to qualify to keep it that way. So you have a cap off. That's the Democratic Party. Where the Republican Party wanted to free the people and let them, you make more money that way and let them all make an abundance of money or whatever to make the economy make more. You see more. They wanted to free them. You don't believe me? Look it up. It's your history. And then you also have the class of the independent party. So many entrepreneurs may have been Democratic Party. They may still think they're there. They may still say they're with the Democratic Party, but in actuality, to me, it's a mindset when I bring that up. So for somebody who's like more like may grew up in a Democratic setting, but want to go Republican. They want to go in a different tax bracket. They want to make more money. So if my family was lower to middle class, now I want upper middle class or millionaire status. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to change the fortune. I want to break the generational curses of my family. I see where I came from. I want to change all of that. I just don't know how. So I can't go with the same people because they have a one-dimensional mindset. They stubborn and they fixated on what they believe and what they say, and I can't learn anything like that. So now I got to branch out. Now I got to expand my mind, change my mind, and change my life. So when you see you are the light in reverse, it's like that's somebody who's denying because you're supposed to be going through a spiritual initiation. This is happening because you're ready for it. This is somebody who felt like, I don't want to give up to go on that spiritual initiation. You have the mental clarity and realizing I got to start from ground zero. Just like when going back to the messenger Muhammad, when he was married to Khadijah was a very wealthy woman. She was an entrepreneur. She had people on her payroll. Muhammad worked for her until he married her. So he married into wealth. He married up. You dig what I'm saying? Until he was called to go on his spiritual journey. And she didn't divorce him when he went on that spiritual journey. She supported him. Even though she went through all her wealth. It depleted all her wealth. So when you go on that spiritual journey, a lot of times it can make you come down off of the financial and tangible things that you accomplished. So if you were worth 50 million before you took the spiritual journey, it could be God's test for you to strengthen your character and strengthen your faith, to go through that, to come down off of that. You may not have 0, but you won't be at 50 M's no more. You think what I'm saying? And that's a process. Somebody could be denying that, like, I'm not ready to come down off of what I accomplished to go on this spiritual journey. This could have been somebody you really loved or in love with that was more into material things, and you're more spiritual. So to come off of that, they could have had a partner where it was no love in the situation, none at all. And this person's inner child is screaming, and they met you. It's like you're the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. It's not just that what makes you more attractive. You know, when you look at the Queen of Wands, she's a very sexy person to look at, but she's also spiritual. She's strong. She's a warrior. She's a fighter. You know, she fights for the rights of the people, but so does a Queen of Swords. But in this essence, you were the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. You were everything this person needed. You're a mother figure, you're a friend, you're spiritual, you know what I'm saying? But to have all of that, you probably don't have the finances that this person has established with this person, but likewise, there's no love. So it's give and take. This person could have tried to have it both ways, and it didn't work like that. And it could have been a thing where this person could have denied going through this spiritual initiation. You met this person as a mercy. This could have been a man crying out to God saying that I need justice. You know, I'm going through all this trauma after trauma after trauma, and this person, this gypsy soul, this free spirit, this person, you know, I'm not ready to go in there. It's like the guy answered them and could have presented you to this person. It's like, now I'm not ready to go on that spiritual initiation because I would have to come down off of these 10 pentacles that I'm coming with and this 9 pentacles that this person's coming with. But likewise, without each other, neither one of them would be the 9 or the 10 pentacle. It's just them together establishing 19 pentacles. So it's the pursuit of happiness, but it's not quite accurate. You could be more spiritually and emotionally equipped. That's the missing factor. So it doesn't mean that these people are less religious. They're just not that strong in it like you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't make you better than the other one. It's just the missing element for this person. It's like this person has to make a decision. But even when you don't make a decision, that's a decision within itself. So in the upright, like I said, you are the light. That's like, even like this is happening because you're ready for it. Even if it doesn't always feel that way. It's like the way to pass the test is to rely on the light within you. Don't let fear and doubt make you distrust the path. And that's where I feel like somebody's still in a ball of confusion, or they have a lot of doubt. They could be experiencing a lot of doubt, but they can't deny the fact that if I brought this person home, they would think she's absolutely fucking ridiculous. But it's like her confidence or his confidence is out this world. But you have to remember, you are stronger than you think. You are. Somebody could have a tattoo of that on their body somewhere, or maybe on their neck. Light is power. You have to realize some people don't always understand that light is power. The fear in their heart makes them cynical. The fear stops them from seeing, you know, what the truth is. You know, in the absence of truth, they hold on to their judgment instead. With these King and Queen of Swords here, you kind of get my point. You know, they scoff at what they don't understand. It's like they turn their nose up at it like it's beneath them. It's like, be careful of allowing these type of people to influence you. And I feel like this person is realizing, I've always known myself to be a certain type of way. I come from a family who's that type of way, but I ended up in this situation because I thought, you know, my self-esteem was low. I thought I was worthless if I didn't have enough nice clothes or nice shoes or enough money in the bank and things like that, I got lost in all of that shit. You know, it's not wise to take advice from people who are investing in creating pain, inflicting pain. King and Queen of Swords are logical creatures, but they could be mental oppressors too, or they're sharp with their words. They could talk down to you in a way. But, you know, you can have compassion for them, but you can't let them underestimate. You cannot underestimate how their negativity can taint your trust in God. And that's reality, motherfucker. Like, that's what it all comes down to. When we feel like the light is within us, that's the Most High. We trust in it. You have to be, you have it in you to be a certain way. I think that's speaking to a man. It could very easily speak to a woman too. I think it speaks to both of them. So I feel like if you're the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands person I'm talking about, you're speaking to both of them, whether they want to fucking admit that shit or not. You could have met one or the other, and it speaks to both of them because somebody's influenced by you and the other one don't want to admit the fucking truth. But it is what it is. It's a far sense of victory. It's good, but it's not everything. Like, you're not going to take the shit with you when you die. So your spiritual connection or your relationship with the Most High, you're coming to terms with, I need that connection. I don't want to be manipulated into loving some person to the point where I'm replacing my Lord with this person. Now somebody has that mental clarity. They have that knowledge. They have that information. You know, it's like they have to make that decision. That would be the decision to kickstart that person's spiritual journey. So until then, you may not even align with this person until they're wise enough or they make the decision for themselves. But if you got the King of Swords here, you're not dumb. You're very intelligent. So it would be no excuse. What are they going to say? I didn't know. No, that's not. No, it don't work like that. When you're the King and Queen of Swords, it's like you're mature in your ignorance, or you're highly intelligent, or you're intelligent at being ignorant or spinning people with that ignorant shit. That was your environmental attitude. Ooh, eccentric. You just cuss somebody the fuck out. It ain't even about cussing nobody out. It's just about the truth. The King and Queen of Swords are typically about the truth. Okay? You got the Knight of Wands on the bottom. Anything else I want to say? Anything else you want to say for Sag? Like, you going on, I pull all this together. It's like, Sag, you going on this spiritual journey by yourself because you have to break away. Like, you could have been the third wheel, or somebody tried to make you be a third wheel and you know yourself to be stronger than that, so you stood your ground. Or in a case where you just risen above parental figures who were icy. They didn't have your best interest emotionally because their inner child wasn't catered to. They were more concerned with tangible things because it was a fabulous cover to hide that wounded child with the Page of Cups. Nobody told me they loved me until I was grown, or nobody showed me how to love in that way. My love language was always success. My parents always made sure I went to school, I went to church, like it all looked good. But I had no real connection to this shit. I know how to make money, but I don't know how to love myself through that shit. So I see a lot of it come and go, but I know how to make a pretty fucking penny with this 10 of Pentacles and these 9 of Pentacles. Like, I can make money with the best of them. But it don't mean shit anymore. Now you're getting wise to that shit. What else for Sag? King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, 2 of Pentacles. It's like you can't have it both ways. When you see the 2 of Pentacles, they talk about juggling, they talk about imbalance. It's like the Emperor is here. It's like, I see your submission. I see that you're spiritual. It's like, you know, you can't live vicariously through this person. So it's like, I don't know if they wanted to ride the wheels until the wheels came off. But when you got the Ace of Pentacles here with the King of Pentacles, it's like, your wealth is with me. Your emperor status is with me. If you die under the belief of my supervision, you die a martyr. That's the emperor. The 2 of Pentacles is like, I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't know if I love my wife or love these bitches. Like, or it could be, I don't know if I want to be a vixen or just celibate. I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I know I'm a little bit of everything. Okay? I'm not trying to be fast, but I'm not trying to be a liar neither. So this is somebody's empathy and compassion. They may come and talk to you like, you are truly empathic and you understand this because you're mature in what you do too. You've been doing this a long time. You've been through your own fair share of child's shit. We're part of the same hypocrisy. You know, I'm in a loveless situation, or you were in a loveless family orientation. This could be somebody who you met a soul inspiration, a kindred spirit, or the other half of your soul, as they say. But they're not where you're at yet. They have to catch up to where you're at. And you know that because y'all were a part of the same hypocrisy once. That didn't last long. It never does, because one is always more advanced than the other one. And you got the world on the bottom, and you got the Four of Wands on the bottom. See how this man is like doing what he take to, he's attracted to this girl, and he's kissing her where the sun, he's French kissing her, you know, on her second set of lips. What does that mean? You either closing out a cycle or you're starting a whole new cycle. Somebody is scared to go on that path with you because they just scared. They got a lot of doubt. They're very cynical. They come from cynical people. They come from loveless people. People who are like, the game master. I'm more smarter than you. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm big. I'm big, you're small. I'm right. I'm like, anything I say is always correct, and you're always going to be the dumb one. You need me, I don't need you. Like that mental oppression, verbal abuse, mental abuse. They don't, when they got with you, it was like, I needed that, but I don't know how to sustain it. So now I got to figure out how to sustain it. Well, God is here showing you this blessing is through me. Ace of Pentacles. Your wealth is with me. You can go from 10 pentacles to the fucking King of Pentacles with this person. That's with me. Somebody might be scared to do that. Your Emperor status is through me, not through what you can do. And I already said it through Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. It said, trust in God with all your understanding. Somebody is going to have to do that to reconnect with you, really to reconnect with themselves, to reconnect with God, to reconnect with themselves, to reconnect with somebody like you. You already did what you're supposed to do, is open their nose. You didn't just have their nose open. A surface level person or a King of Swords, a Queen of Swords would say your nose wide open. It's not your nose wide open, your hip. You realize it's like a restoration. I just took the shield off your heart, your hearing, your sight. Now you know the truth. Now it's up to you to follow it. The daughter of a sacred heart. Every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future. That's you with that Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. That is you. Not only are you spiritually strong, you're empathic, you're compassionate. You come from some pretty shitty experiences, so you understand where the person that you have no problem. You're not insecure spiritually, so you know how to love and let go. Let God do his job. And I kind of saw this when I saw like you being a lot of different things, a concoction of different things. And somebody probably wanted to make you feel like you should just stick with this one way of being because it'll suit me. Someone wanted you to be a background to their insecurities. They may not realize they're coming off incompetent like that, or maybe they do know that they're coming off like that. But it took for you, who already take advice from a fool. That's your wisdom to this person. Take advice from a fool. I've been there. I've done that. I saw my daddy do it. I saw my mother do it. Okay? When you're ready, you surrender. When you're ready, you will surrender. You will come correct. This ain't it. Okay? This is like orange. So that would be the sacral chakra. Why you should be comfortable with just being a sexual partner with somebody. Somebody wanted you to do that. It's like when you are accustomed to being a spouse, or you're accustomed to being in a committed connection or something, it's like that would be downgrading. It's like once you know, you can't go back to know it, not knowing. So just because you choose to be in a fucked up situation doesn't mean I'm choosing you to be in a fucked up situation. It's somebody who wanted you to operate from a sick heart. You dig what I'm saying? It's somebody who they're just not ready. They're not ready for you. They're not ready. They're not ready. But that don't stop you from moving forward, though. You free. This person has to reprogram their mind to know that they're free. That's for men and women, anywhere. And then there's a Queen of Cups. Someone wanted you to be comfortable receiving physical pleasure. Things wanted you to be okay on what's wrong with a tangible level connection. You trying to be funny? You trying to be funny? How many things did you eat this morning? All right, I'm about to wrap it up right now. Okay? You understand? Yes. Okay. You ain't got to say nothing else. I'm coming. Okay? You see the stove? There's one on the stove. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. Anything else? You see that the inner child is like, I'm hungry. Don't get me wrong, I'd never like starve my kid or nothing like that. He not starving. They just want my attention, and that's okay. He can have my attention. That inner child with that king and queen of swords, that was you, and now you see somebody else going through the same thing. That's why you're absolutely empathic and compassionate for the person, but not without boundaries, not without integrity. This friendship is lacking integrity, or this experience is lacking integrity. You will have to adjust. King of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Death of Transformation. Someone probably used a bullying tactic, and just because it's a bully doesn't mean they're abusive in a obvious way. They could be loving and charming and be a bully about what they want to. Now they're defeated. They look stupid. This is somebody who's mature and old habits dying old because you have no intention on not keeping it surface level. And guess what? You lack integrity like that. And then you came along. It's like, fuck all that. Death of transformation. Ikra. With the integrity card. Like, not without integrity. You will not address me without integrity. Okay? I will not address you without integrity. You shut all this shit down. I will shut all this shit down. Remember Mariah Carey said that on Nick Cannon's show? She walked on the stage and was like, I will shut all this shit down. Quick. With the Knight of Wands. Yeah. That's crazy because this is what somebody wanted. Like, they wanted to misuse and abuse you. Like, you the one with a short dick. And even if you got a big dick, you got a short dick for trying to be insecure, for being insecure, for like needing people to, you wanted, that's like public humiliation. But this person didn't see it that way. This person saw it like, if I have the chance to control somebody or want to be my anything right for me, I'm not going to like drag it through the fucking mud and expect to keep it. You dig what I'm saying? That's common sense. Go back to your loveless situation and see if you can do that with that Queen of Swords. Okay, go heal your inner child or something. Like, this ain't it. Like, you're spoiled in ignorance. Like, that's what that is. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, nobody's gonna kick up points to you. Go seek knowledge with the Hermit card. Like, go inward. Okay, listen to what your inner child is saying. Like, go. I can't tell you to do that to somebody else, but I can tell you who I am. Okay, you're played if you think that's what we're supposed to be doing with the Two Pentacles. Like, you want somebody's trying to rock the boat. Or that's all somebody really know how to do is just rock the boat. That they don't know how. That with somebody like you, it would rock the boat, but other people would just go through it just fine. And they don't just lay on top of somebody and just handle their fucking business. Let them just do their business and get off of you like that. You're not a toilet. Like, that's not what that is. You know, you got people kicking up points to this person like that, and it's false, and even you feel sick about it when you go to bed at night. I'm surprised the Nine of Swords ain't here. And you know that. Common sense, okay? Your inner child is feeling mischievous, okay? You're trying to get your way by any means necessary. We're going to put that over top of the Five of Swords. And the Magician's in reverse. Like somebody who's a liar and a trickster, and they wanted to mask their true emotions as, I'm hurt. But you're a fair person. This can still be an attorney too. The Queen of Cups. It's like the King of Swords are your attorneys or your legalities, but so is a King of Cups too. A King of Cups is somebody who's wise, fair, and just, and empathic. The difference between the King of Swords and the King of Swords and the King of Cups is, drum roll please, this person will get it by any means. They don't give a fuck who they step over to win. This person actually gives a shit. They could stand for the same thing. It'd be two attorneys right here, but one has integrity, one doesn't. So that was you. That could be the other half of your soul. Somebody who's like cold, you know, cold exterior, cold heart, you know, and you came in and did some things with the Death of Transformation right here. Okay. Now this person looking more and more like you every day. Okay. The only thing is, this don't always line up to be all that great. Not really. Okay. They trying to be you to this person. This person's like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. And you went back in your celibacy. I told you. I picked the card up. The celibacy is like, I'd rather just. My climax is more intense doing this than letting you just live out your wildest imagination without no golden parachute. The golden parachute would be under God's protection about it. Do it the right way. You can do it your way and do it the wrong and do it the right way. You can still do all the same shit. Like with the lover's card look like they'd having kinky sex, and then he's painting a picture of her after he done had his way with her or something on the illustration. You could still be under God's umbrella and be your way. Just don't sodomize your wife. That's all he ever said was don't sodomize her. Enter your wife however way you want to. And now the Nine of Swords is here. That was the Nine of Swords. I said, I'm surprised it's not here. It is. This person's confused now with the Two of Swords. This person can't make a decision. It's like, have you no common sense? You clearly see what the Wheel of Fortune is. You can stay petty, or I feel like this person looks really dry on the exterior. They look really like dehydrated. Something about it just looks dry to me, like clear eyes. You have dry eyes. Something like that. That's all right. Someone might have told your bedroom secret with the moon. Someone's like, I know who she is personally. They probably didn't even scratch the surface. Okay? Someone wanted to take a good girl and turn her into a porn star. Not gonna happen. Are you porn star material to turn her into a porn star? You fucking weirdo. Okay, now I'm getting mad now. Sag, I'm getting out of this reading because we're not going to make it about anybody else. So much of this reading was you making a prime example out of this person. An example that they thought they were going to make out of you. The player met the coach. That's what I see with you, and you stay with your kindred spirits, okay? Traveling around, like changing your mind, changing your spirit, changing your life, changing your environment, changes everything. So even if you haven't physically moved anywhere yet, it's on its way. It's already happening because your mind is different. Everything about you is more broad, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.